What is up, guys? Rage Quitting here. Right now we're playing Thief in my ranked, what is it called? Placement matches. And so nobody went home, so I decided to go there. I guess it's not the worst for a Thief to go home because at least I can get there quickly. But right now on the map, our warrior went far and he's encountering their thief. So since they didn't send anybody here to contest me, I know that mid is outnumbered 4 versus 3 right now. So when I roll into mid, it's already a losing match here. So my team ends up kiting off node to survive, and I come in here and try to deal some damage. But as soon as I show up, my team is kiting off node, and I figure it's already kind of a losing fight since it's 4v3. So I rotate over to far. This warrior ended up not even needing my help, but it was a good rotate regardless, I think. So I used my Shadow Step to get in, so I used the Shadow's Return to get right back out and go back towards mid and get the decapture here. Like I said, my team is playing smart. It's better to kite backwards and survive than to just die. So by them doing that, it allowed me to get on the node and at least decapture it. Although I couldn't get the full cap, I decapped it. This Guardian drops everything on me, and I just go straight into Dagger Storm, and it does no damage to me, and he is now dead right here. So we get the down, and now a fight is reforming here, but it's just 2v2 at the moment. I use my Shadow Step to get out of this warrior stun, and I kite off for a second before I come back in. But as soon as I jump back in, though, the warrior makes the switch to me, so now I'm having to kite and try to dodge all his stuff. I was trying to ignore him and try and get the Necromancer down, but in doing so, I let him just, pretty much free cast on me. So he gets me down right here. But lucky for me, my friendly teammate here picks me up pretty quick. And then we put the warrior down together, or at least make him run away. And then eventually get him later when he's on node here. So now we're outnumbering them 5 to 2 here. So there's too many people here, so I decided to leave. I thought I switched into my short bow so that I could, port up the ledge there, but I ended up doing the pistol 5 instead. Here I'm typing to my team to not all leave mid, because there's no reason for all of us to be going over here to contest this node from the thief. But either way, we end up doing it anyway. At least one person stayed mid, though, to hold it. And our warrior is over at far, drawing some attention over on that side of the map, so that's good. Those two leave, and I end up sitting on the cap here to full cap it, since I'm a thief and I'm pretty fast anyway, so they can go ahead first and I can catch up soon thereafter. Alright, so pretty big fight here in the mid. So I jump in, targeting their thief. And I see that their warrior is 1v2 on far. This is kind of a questionable rotation. If I had stayed mid, we would have been outnumbering them at mid. So as soon as I show up, my warrior dies, so I just Shadow's Return back to mid to help clean up here. But it looks like my team was doing fine anyway, so that's really good. Here again, I've been playing so much warrior that I'm used to having my weapon swap on a much shorter cooldown. I thought I switched to short bow again to go up, but it was like 2 seconds off from being able to switch weapons, so I kind of just did a blinding powder in place anyway. But right now we are outnumbering them at mid 3v2, so I'm gonna stay here and help secure these kills as they trickle in one at a time. So now 2 more players enter the fight. I'm switching to short bow to put poison fields down on the ground so that they can't get that res. And then one of our teammates bumped the Guardian off of the res too, so that's really good. Since we put one down and we are outnumbering them already, I just decide to rotate over to far just to get the quick decap before I return to mid with the Shadow Step, Shadow's Return. Quick steal on that guy with some short bow pew pew to get the down. and then I rotate over to home to help out our Necro, who is 1v1ing here. So we end up chasing the warrior off of the node, and I ended up getting the last hit here. I should have put the blinding powder down, or like did a blinding powder Heartseeker so that I could get into stealth to get this down. But since I did it, he interrupted me once and then was able to rally. But you know, we just get him down again anyway, and then go right back. So when I turned around here, I was a little confused because I thought I wasn't paying attention to the mini map. I thought my Necro was still standing there, and I was expecting him to be there 1v1ing this guy. So I pinged the map, hoping that somebody from mid would rotate over to me. So instead, I'm kind of just stalling here. And then I ended up getting +1 Dawn, so now I just try to leave because I can't, you know, 2v1 these guys. Right now, I'm like low on cooldowns, and I'm kind of just trying to survive to get back to the safety of my team here. So we control far and mid now, so there is no urgent need to go and capture home, since we're up 2-1 anyway. So getting in here, just securing kills so that they can't get rezzed up. And they outnumber... Oh, mid's kind of an even fight right now. And here, this is another questionable rotate. Like, I don't know if I needed to come and make this a 2v2, but since I did, we ended up winning the 2v2 anyway, and then capturing the node. Here I get a Shadow Step Stomp over on the warrior. And then now just putting pressure on this thief. He's playing the new spec, the Spectre. Here, I kind of wish my guy stayed for like 2 seconds longer to help me secure this kill, because they had a guy rotate in, and I wasn't fast enough to get the kill here. So I'm like desperately trying to cleave him down, but I'm getting dangerously low here. So I end up using all my evades. I can't believe I'm alive right now. And then here, I'm kind of just hanging out on the wing to see when I can jump back in, but I'm still really low and I haven't exited combat. So right now I'm purposely trying to exit combat so I can get my health back up and then come back in and help him. So my health is regenning now, and now I feel that it's safe for me to come back in here. I try to do a Shadow Step Stomp, but it's a thief, so he just ports away from me with his downstate ability. But either way, we force the enemy to run away, and then we get the down. And then I'm gonna stand here and cap it while the warrior chases.
The waterfall is yours.
So I thought this was a pretty clean game. Like, I'm still kind of shaking the rust off here. These are placement matches, so you win some, you lose some. I ended up going 5-5 in my placement matches, which put me in gold 2. So it won't be long before I can get back to plat, where I used to be a few years ago when I was playing this game. But here we go. We get a quick down on the Necro with the Shadow Step Stomp here to get him out quickly, and then just chase down these kills. Dagger Pistol is one of my favorite specs for Thief, just because it's really easy to chase with.
You've lost the quarry.
The one thief over there, I'm not going to go do it by myself, because it's not my role to take 1v1s on the map. I'm supposed to be assisting in outnumbering fights, so I wait for somebody to rotate over with me, and then we go together, which is the easiest way to get somebody off node. If they don't want to take a 2v1, they just leave, and then we get a free node capture here. But anyway, that's pretty much the game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to upload more games on my this is going to be the Road to Platinum ranked series. But leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys on another one. Peace.